what are the tips that you can give people to network the way you do?
So I've been very methodical about this because I am naturally an introvert. When I was a kid,
Really?
I didn't have many friends when I was a kid. I was very socially awkward. I was uncomfortable around other people. And at a certain point, I realized I wanted to change that. And especially as I started to build organizations, I knew I had to change
How
that.
old were you when that happened?
I mean, once I started to become a teenager, it began to change, but then especially when I went to college and when I started to create businesses and nonprofits, I really knew I had to change that. And so worked on it. And there are a couple of things that I really started to do, and I think are helpful tips for other people, perhaps. At least this will work for me, maybe it'll work for them. The first is to get over the fear of initiating outreach to people and just go and do it. Like, if you want to meet someone, just reach out to them. If you're at a conference or you're at a party or a reception, just go up and start talking to them instead of standing in the corner and being shy and awkward about it. That's what I did when I was younger. And then I said, you know what, I'm just going to go and stick my hand out, introduce myself, ask and learn about them. And it works. People want to build relationships. And guess what? You can do the same thing with really impressive, successful people just by cold calling them, by sending cold emails, direct mail, physical letters to them. Not enough people do that. But I can't tell you how many relationships I've built with amazing individuals who are wildly more successful than me, wildly more impressive, because I just sent them a cold email or just sent them a letter out of the blue and they responded to me. So that's the first thing I would say. The second then is respond when people reach out to you. Don't close them off.
That's a big one.
It's a huge one. And people...
It's simple, but most people don't do it.
Unfortunately, no. They turn down invitations. They don't take phone calls. They don't respond when people reach out to them. And I think that's doing a disservice to yourself when you do. I try to say yes to as many invitations I get as possible. And it's not always possible, especially now when last weekend, I had 4 conferences I was invited to be at, and that can't be everywhere at once. But say yes. And if you can't do something, try to find some other way to at least initiate the relationship with someone.
Or maybe just respond with a no, right?
Say, sorry, I've got another commitment right now. Offer a 15-minute virtual meeting, offer a coffee chat, or invite them to an event you put on. Because the other thing you can do then is curate and create your own opportunities to build networks and relationships. It doesn't just have to be big formal conferences. Host a small dinner, host a coffee chat, just say, let's go meet up at the park. It doesn't have to even be expensive. You just create the space for people to connect with you and connect with others. And you become the kind of person that people want to be around, and you start to build out these relationships. And there's a lot more that we can go into, but I think the 2 key things are initiate the outreach yourself to other people and respond when other people want to initiate the outreach to you. Those are the key starting points to doing this.